Filmed live at LCM Blue Hill Studios in Pearl River, New York. Not Safe for Work presents Stand Up at LCM Blue Hill Studios, featuring Bob Nersesian, Kaitlyn Murphy, Peter Guarraci, Jared Carlos Rosado, Alex Pischera, with Tim Brenner. Not Safe for Work. Stand Up at LCM Blue Hill Studios.
Thank you guys so much. Are you guys ready for a great show? I think we could get a little louder than that. Can we get a little louder? Great. We have a great setup for you guys tonight. We have a great lineup, time and place for comedy. Truly a good time and place. One thing I've learned is that you kind of need all this for comedy. Like, I learned the worst place to do a joke is in therapy. Not really the right crowd. Like, there was one particularly deep session. I was talking to my therapist. He goes, "Now, Tim, now's the time where I have to ask you the hard-hitting questions." And I said, "Okay. This is how this always goes." And he said, "Tim, do you ever think of suicide or self-harm?" And I heard that, and I went, great timing. Great timing for a joke. I'll hit him with a zinger. So I kind of sit up, and I have this shit-eating grin on my face. And I say, I think of suicide in the same way that I think of exercise. I should do it, but I don't, because it'll probably hurt. Guys, are you ready for a great show? Let me hear it one more time. Let's keep it going. Let's hear it for your first comic of the evening, Jared Carlos Rosado, everybody!
I didn't play video games for like 10 years. My friends convinced me, you gotta get a PS4, it's so much fun. It's kind of fun. So I got a PS4 for the first time. 10 years I'm playing video games. I'm playing video games with people on the internet. And let me tell you, it's a super weird community of people, man. I'm playing a game, it's called Call of Duty. You guys probably know, you don't. It's, I'm playing team deathmatch. You're on a team, your goal is to kill the other team. On my team, there was a little boy. And here's the thing, me and this little boy, we were super cool teammates. We were really jiving. He'd be like, "Watch your back." I'd turn around, shoot the guy. He's like, "Watch over your left." Turn, shoot him. And then he'd like teabag him, you know? We were having a good time. Then I get a friend request, like, boop, boop, pops up on your screen right there. It says, "You got a friend request from Big Dick 47. So I said, "Hey kid, you never believe this. I got a friend request from a Big Dick 47. And that kid's like, "Yeah, that's me." So I was like, oh, I can't. I'm 28 years old. I can't be friends with a little kid over the internet. So I said, "Hey man, how old are you?" He says, 11. I was like, 11, all right. Oh wait, he's 11. He doesn't know about rejection yet. I'm well seasoned. I can let him down easy and use all the cliche lines. So I was like, "All right, kid, listen. Don't get me wrong, I really like you." All right, hold on, Jared. Don't say that. All right, listen. I don't think it's appropriate for us to be friends on the internet. It's not you, it's me. He says, "Friends on the internet? No, we're just playing video games. Just be my friend." I was like, "All right, listen, kid. I'm going to teach you a valuable lesson early. No means no. All right, so take that with you." And he goes, "No, but wait." He's a persistent little shit. "No, come on. Be my friend." And I'm like, "I'm not going to be your friend, kid, all right? I'm sorry to tell you I'm not going to do it." And he goes, "Wait a minute. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Oh, just stay there." And then his line goes silent. And I'm like, sitting there, 28-year-old man on his couch in boxers, drinking a beer. And I'm calling out to an 11-year-old boy over the internet. I'm like, "Big Dick, come back." "I'm sorry, Big Dick." Because I still wanted to play. Then someone comes over Big Dick's line. It's a woman. It's not Big Dick. She says, "Hello?" I go, "Oh, hello." She says, "Who's this?" I was like, "Oh, this is Jared." Because in that moment, I was Jared. I was not Pussy Slayer 99. She says, "Are you playing games with my son?" I was like, "Oh. Yes, ma'am." She's like, "Why don't you want to be his friend?" I was like, "You shitting me?" Lady, I'm pretty sure your kid wants to fuck me. Just saying.
I was so tired of Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Jews and Christians and Muslims and Arabs. And I hate labels. Because we started labeling everybody, because then labels become stereotypes, and all the stereotypes aren't true, like the cheap Jew and the lazy Mexican and the evil white guy and angry black guy, the hairy Armenians, then none of them are true. And what I've learned is when I look at people, I just see sperms and eggs. That's what I say. No, really, that's what we all are. That's what, if you think of all the sperm that's ejaculated in the world each day. No, really. You've won the lottery. You, me, it's the biggest thing in the world. There's gazillions. And let's eliminate the ones that really have no shot at that human race, the ones that go down a drain or in a pillowcase or a sock or in a back or a hair and the ones that think they have a shot but end up in some acid bath or some sewage pipe. Just eliminate those. The odds that you, me, we are the victim of the result of that strongest sperm. That maybe he was the funniest guy and fooled the other ones. Maybe he's the strongest, maybe the fastest swim. But we are the result of that strongest sperm. That look who we are. So when you look at the person next to you, look at your partner, and can you imagine what second place looked like? And think how lucky that you were born here. You could have been born in Syria or in Afghanistan or worse, like New Jersey. And think how lucky that you're human. There's other mammals too that have sperms and stuff. I mean, you're one sperm away from running from a lion in a jungle or hailing a cab in New York.
I miss college, I miss getting ridiculously drunk. Not because I don't do it anymore, because I'm hungover right now, but it was more acceptable then. Anyone here in college? Yeah, right? Okay, you're probably shit-faced right now, and we don't even know it. I miss it though, I do. It's the thing is that what I've learned is that no matter how old you are, no matter what year it is, there is nothing more unstoppable than a group of women going out to drink and get drunk, right? We are unstoppable, the things that we could do, right? And the second you're out at the bar, right, and you've all lost each other because you don't even know what's going on, but then your song comes on, you sober up real quick, right? You're stumbling along, then you hear the music come on, you're like, Stacey! Where are you? And 2 seconds ago you couldn't walk straight, now you can scent out a room to find your best friend's perfume so that you guys can dance together. Right? But 30 years ago, it was really cute when the ladies would get together, They would be like, girls, just want to have fun. Come on, ladies, to the right. Come on, to the right, to the left, that's it. Bring it around. Now when our song comes on in the bar, it's you can't fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottom, these is bloody shoes. If you see me, I don't speak, that means I don't fuck with you. Then all of a sudden, Stacey pulls out a knife and she's like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, ha, fuck you and your mother. Yeah. They're like, Stacey, stop, relax. I knew you shouldn't have had that last drink. She's like, come on, guys, didn't you bring your knives? Come on. There's always that one girl, right? It's this one right here. It's her. Right? And eventually they got to be like, Stacey, I think it's time you stop. Don't have another drink. No more. And Stacey's like, ladies, bring it in, ladies. I want to have a talk with each and every one of you. Stacey, turn around. Oh my God. Who was I talking to? Oh my God. Okay, listen. I just want, before, oh my God. No, before I tell you, I just, you're so beautiful. How are you my friend? I stand next to you and I'm like a goat and you're just so pretty and you get so many likes on Instagram and you inspire me so much. And how did I get so lucky? You know, to have such a pretty friend. You're just so beautiful. Okay, but I want you to know though. I know you guys are like upset, but I'm not drunk. Okay, honestly, guys, you could call the cab, and I'll drive the cab. Honestly, that's how not drunk I am, ladies! And they're like, oh no, come on, we gotta get her home. We gotta get her safe and in her bed. Put it together, girls, for Stacy. You ready, girl? And she's like, just give me a second. Just gotta pee real quick right here. That was me, I was Stacy.
I'm trying to be a better son to my mom. My mom's great, but you guys don't understand do you have the kind of mom that's like a genius when it comes to her kids, but not so smart when it comes to everything else? You know what I'm talking about? Like super intuitive, but like doesn't really know what's going on in the world. Like my mother went to Cuba on a trip with my dad, like an educational trip, and she comes back, she goes, Peter, did you know that they're poor and have old cars? I was like, where have you been? Like that's literally the only thing that anyone says about Cuba is that they're poor and they have old cars. Like she had never heard it before. She's like, oh my God, I heard this new thing. She asked me if I take Uber home, but she, like, a genius when it comes to her kids, like, unbelievable. Like, I had this pain in my leg, and I was going to see doctors, like, MRI, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And I went home to see my mom, and I told her, and she goes, oh yeah, that runs in our family. Drink tonic and eat a banana. Immediately the problem went away. It was, like, unbelievable. Like, this woman's a genius. I can't believe it. But this is the same woman for all of my childhood thought the word twat meant butt. So... my mother would come home, me and my brothers would be sitting on the couches, like book bags everywhere, potato chips, sneakers everywhere. She's like, guys, could you clean up a little bit around here? Could you put your sneakers in the closet? I've been busting my twat all day at work. And I'm like, I don't think that means what she thinks it means. I don't know if this is a mom thing, but she doesn't like it when you wear jeans in the summertime. Is that a mom thing? Like no jeans in the summer? To this day, I can't wear jeans between Memorial Day and Labor Day. Like it's been ingrained in my brain. But I remember being a kid, I'd come out of the house and I'd be wearing jeans in August. So, Peter, you're gonna wear jeans today? You're gonna wear jeans? We don't have shorts in the house. You're gonna sweat your twat off all day. And I'm like, Mom, it's my twat. I'll do whatever I want. That's not what I said. I'm the oldest son. Like I had to put her straight. I had to make sure that she didn't do that anymore. So I was like, Mom, you're right. I'm gonna put some shorts on because I don't want to sweat my twat off anymore.
I grew up playing Little League. This is a thought I was having the other day. And my coach used to say some weird things. Like, for instance, one of the things my coach used to say in Little League was a tie game is like kissing your sister. Have you ever heard this phrase? Have you? Because most people haven't, but it's a real thing. You could look it up. Like telling a bunch of 12-year-olds to like, I didn't even get it. Like, is that a bad thing? Is it a good thing? A tie game's pretty neutral. So you're telling me to kiss my sister, right? That's what you're saying. Okay. So I came up with a better analogy over the years because that always bothered me. I think trying heroin is like kissing your sister. Hear me out. Because you definitely shouldn't do it. You definitely shouldn't do it. But it probably feels amazing. Anyone not laughing or groaning? Go to the front page of Pornhub.com, and we all know you do that already, by the way. Everyone wants to fuck their sister. I just want to kiss my sister, and these guys are judging me because you jerk off to sister fucking porn, my dude in the glasses. Are you a girl? I am so sorry. Oh God. One time, similar thing happened in the audience, man. Wait, is that a guy or a girl? Okay, can someone clarify? I'm not trying to be offensive. Your voice was high. No answer? You could talk.
I'm so concerned for you.
Don't be me. This is fine. I do this every night. I misgender people all the time.
I was in New York City recently. Don't mean to brag or anything. I'm pretty well traveled. I was walking through Central Park. It's my favorite part about New York City. I love the park. Because I think about when they were like laying out the city and they like took a minute. They were like, hey, wait. You know how we're gonna have all these buildings and roads and structures and stuff? Let's just take a nice piece of land and instead of all that, let's fill it with trees and grass and benches. People will go there and sit down and talk to each other and enjoy some fresh air. It'll be beautiful. But then at night, it's the most dangerous place in the city. I love that about the park. It's one of the few places you could say, that's where I met the love of my life. And that's where she died. You see interesting things in the park, don't you? I was walking through Central Park one time. It was November. It's pretty cold. I saw a tree had a sweater knitted around it. Somebody took time out of their day to knit a sweater around a tree. Beneath the tree sat a shirtless homeless man with a sign that said, "Can you believe this shit?"
When I was married to my wife, because we should think about having kids. I said, okay. And the next day she's in labor. It's like the Immaculate Deception. But we had to go through this Lamar stuff. And I remember we go to the hospital and she's sitting up there, her legs on her shoulder. And if you go to they teach you how to give birth. It's, teach how to breathe and be a partner. And so I'm leaning on her shoulder, and the doctor's down there going, she's not pushing, can't have the kid if she doesn't push. She doesn't push, can't have the kid. Like, push, you gotta push. I'm going, come on, just push, let's get out of here. No, it's not pushing. And he's going, Bob, come down here. So I go down there, and he goes, look, see, there's the baby. See, there's the baby's head. There's the baby's head. If she could push, we'd have the kid, but she's not pushing. Go ahead, go take a look. So I go down there. Hey, come on, get out of here, let's go. Oh. Anyway. So the kid comes out, whether you like it or not, you don't have to push. He's gonna come out, and of course, come out, it's got a little smegma on it, cone head. It's, if I squint, I can live with it. And then after the kid comes out, there's a thing that's called after birth. After the birth, there's this red throbbing vein of muscle. And who was the first person that said, hey, that'd make a great shampoo? Or, there's animals eat the placenta and stuff. Now there's people that actually cook it up. I mean, who did that? But go back, we're animals. We have to do that. And then I remember when I was young, it was different. When my youngest brother was born, I remember my mother got in a cab. She went off. My father was at work. She came back later, and she had this thing called Michael. And I remember we sitting at the dinner table. My father came home from work, and he comes in, and he goes, what's that? And he said, that's Michael. And he goes, great, can you get me a beer? And life is just so simple.
My least favorite part about working in office are the team building icebreaker exercises. You guys familiar with how these go? Apparently not. They something along the lines of, hey, why don't we all go around the room, say each other's names, and one interesting fact about yourself. And there's no problem with the game, but there's always someone who takes it too seriously. Let's call her Tammy, because it's always someone with a shitty fucking name like Tammy. Are there any Tammys here? I always hope there are. She's Tammy? You're not Tammy. No, you're too cute to be Tammy. All right. Yeah, Tammy will say something like, hi, my name's Tammy. Social media. But you guys already knew that. And it's like, we didn't even ask your job if you listened to me. An interesting fact, Tammy. And Tammy will be like, and my interesting fact is that my miniature Australian Shepherd has over 50,000 followers on Instagram. And people will politely, that's nice. But I don't do that. I like to follow that up with, hey, my name's Alex, marketing. I'm pretty sure I ran over Tammy's dog on the way to work this morning. So crazy you brought up your dog. I killed her this morning. All right, left side likes the dog killing. Back of the room, dog lovers? No, I'm a dog lover. Shouts out Deja Vu, rest in peace. It's my dog. That was for Mom. Yeah, fuck Tammy, right?
I love babysitting. I love kids. No, but I like it. I like it a lot. But the thing is with, working as a babysitter, you can't just like go to the bathroom and have a moment to yourself with you and your thoughts, like at a regular job or even at the restaurant. You can just go in and hide out. Not when you're babysitting. I'll go to the bathroom, then all of a sudden the kids are like, Kaitlyn, where are you? Kaitlyn, I'm like, I'm in the bathroom. I'll be right out. And they're like, Kaitlyn, what are you doing in there? Oh my God, Kaitlyn, are you pooping? I'm going to call my mom. I'm telling her that we're paying you to poop. That's what I'm going to tell her. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I was just trying to get this line of Coke down so I can get through the rest of this night. Fucking bitch. And also one night, you never know what the kids are going to say, And one night I just got this little boy to bed, and he looks up at me and he says, Kaitlyn, have you seen my private parts? And I was like, all right, I got to be honest. So I was like, yes, I have. And he goes, well, it's only fair if I see yours. Now, if I tell this story to a woman, she's like, oh my God, did you call his mother right away? Because, there's something wrong with this kid. Maybe there should be like a password on the TV, on the iPad, on the computer, on the moke shawl, and everything in the house, because I'm really worried about this kid. Maybe he should be giving me the mother's number, because I kind of want to have a conversation with her. This is not all right. He's probably going and telling this to the other kids in the classroom. He's probably watching pornography. Who knows what's going on? This is not all right. This is not okay. He should be on medication. You know what I'm saying? You say that to a guy, right? He's like, my man, yeah! Meet this kid, take him out for a beer. And I'm like, he's 7. He's like, no, this kid knows the deal. Right? It's ridiculous.
But so I had to live with my grandmother, and it's funny because she's the gangster in the family. You know what I mean? 92-year-old Sicilian lady, she's this big. She'd look at me and she'd go, Peter, I'm gonna die and you still not gonna be married. I'm like, what are you saying, Grandma? You're hurting me. She's like, how come you have hair in your face, but you don't have hair in your head? I was like, that hurts, Grandma. That really... She would tell me stories about the old country. She'd be like, oh, me and my mother, we used to walk 40 miles with a donkey to the main of town. Each one of us had a butcher knife underneath our dress to protect against bandits. How am I going to tell her I'm afraid to move to Harlem because it's dangerous? She's like, you're a pussy, Peter. We don't know about you. Everyone nowadays has got food allergies. Like, my grandmother doesn't even have food preferences. Like, every day at 3 o'clock, she goes into the freezer, she finds the oldest hunk of frozen meat, drops it into a pot of boiling water, and then eats it like a wild dog. How am I going to tell her I'm not eating gluten for the month of July? Like, that's not going to go over. Oh, what's a gluten? I don't know what it is, a gluten. But no, I love my grandmother. I just broke up with my girlfriend a year ago. Still getting over it. Yeah, it's fine. It was never going to work out because she's black and a feminist, and I look like I want to make America great again. It just wasn't. Yeah, it just wasn't good. She was actually half Sicilian and half black, and so we were still hiding it from my grandmother. And people get offended when I say that, but I'm like, listen, like, my grandma came from a time and a place where people from the next village over were potential enemies. Like she told me. I was telling her that my cousin was marrying a girl from the next village in Sicily, and she goes, oh no, all the girls in that town are whores. And I was like, what, the whole town? That's how you did it over there? And you left to come to America? Like, this is your fault, Grandma. Like, I could have grown up next to a magical village of Sicilian whores. I could have married a nice Sicilian whore and made my family proud. Instead, we moved next to the Newark airport. This is your fault, Grandma. I blame you for this shit.